Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, where we are here in Aldia's Keep, working our way on through, and where I'm feeling a bit better than I was last time. Better in some ways, worse in one way. The good news, I can breathe with both nostrils pretty regularly now, which, that's great. I rather like using both nostrils. I certainly prefer it over using only one. So, that's good news. I forget what I need to unlock that. And other good news is that the breathing with both nostrils is pretty much the thing. My sinuses are clearing up. Which, that means that I'll be sounding back to normal sooner rather than later. Which I personally like. The not so good news, headaches. Though I think they may just be being caused by the weather here. It's been a little crazy. Definitely unseasonably hot. And seriously, I swear, like this wall here, I remember there being something about it, but apparently there's nothing. But yes, unseasonable warmth with incredibly dry air. It's causing some headaches simply because it's different from the norm and it came on pretty suddenly. So, that's pleasant, except for not. And, one other unpleasant thing. My sore throat is worse today than it was yesterday. So, that's not fun, but I can live with it. I've got some cough drop type things to help with it. So, it's controlled. Just gotta drink lots of fluids, pop those cough drops pretty frequently. But, it works. But since I am still sick, I will once again apologize if I sound different or if I do some sniffling. There's been a little bit of sniffling, but thankfully not too much. Basically, if I keep my head in one position, I get to use both nostrils, which is fine by me because while I'm recording, guess what I'm doing? Here's a hint, it's keeping my head in one position. So, I bet the key that I need comes from one of the things that's frozen out in the main foyer. Okay, I got punched. One time too many there. Was too busy thinking about keys. But whatever. We'll ignore it for now till we get more branches. And see a couple more areas just to make sure that they aren't adding even more statues. And you know what? Let's just use a human effigy. We've got a bunch. And I prefer being human rather than being beef jerky. All right. Another thing that's not so bad is the fact that the headaches that I was talking about are also pretty much exacerbated by moving my head around. Basically, if I keep my head in one position, the only thing that bothers me at all is my throat, and that's just a little bit right now. Oh, and something else that I remembered since the last time I was recording this game. I've said on multiple occasions that, parents shouldn't let their children play this game whenever I see a message that was clearly written by a child. But something I forgot, Dark Souls 2 is only T-rated, not M. Yes. So that's why I guess so many children play it. And you know, I can't fault parents for letting their kids play T-rated games. I mean, most of them aren't that bad. There's a few things in this game that I'm surprised they let into a T-rated game. But, I mean, there's clearly some things that they definitely sacrificed to keep it with its T rating. For example, when you hit an enemy, instead of getting a nice, like, blood splatter or anything, it's just... sometimes you get a little particle effect, and maybe, like, the tiniest splash of blood. But you don't get the big gouts of blood that you would get in, say, Bloodborne or Dark Souls 3. And also, it sounds like you're opening a soda can whenever you hit an enemy. It doesn't sound like, you know, you're actually cutting anything. It's just... yeah, it sounds like the opening of a soda can, and I don't even drink soda, but I can say that. Because that's what it sounds like. Anyway, wait, what? Right leg required, therefore try left leg? Gorgeous view is right. This place is beautiful. Like, wow. Kind of makes you wish you could visit, like, any of this. But no, you can't. But yes, I have never fought this boss without having some kind of spells at my command. So this will be interesting. Then again, we fought the version of it that was out at the Hades Tower of Flame without spells, and we did decently well until the very end. So I imagine if we can avoid any fire breath, we'll do fine. We're not doing so great at the avoiding of fire breath, but nice try, buddy. Honestly, staying in front of this thing isn't so bad as long as you keep the fiery bit away from you. Like, if you can bait it into doing its fire breath, that gives you a nice big opening. Oh, you were just flying back? That's fine. Oh, now you're sitting on the wall? Yeah. I kind of want to cut the tail, but this isn't Dark Souls 1, so you don't get anything for it. So really, there's no incentive other than sealing any of its tail-based attacks. Not that any of them are particularly bad. So let's just cut off its head. Pretend it's a Jabberwock. Alright. So, now we go off this way. And we will be going up. Or is it down? I forget which way we go. I do know that if it is in fact up, there's not really any up to go other than this one pillar, which is nowhere near big enough to house what's gonna be up there. What's this? Shadow? Oh. Well, that wasn't particularly worthwhile. Okay, we're going up. So I do implore you to remember how very not far it was from the other side of this pillar to this side. And how much distance there was between here and every other pillar we saw. Because this place they're taking us to should not exist. Alright. So let's get on out. Okay. Magic ahead. So yeah, there was much more space than this between where we were and where the next pillar was. And yet there's these pillars connect all over everywhere, but we could have looked up, and in fact we did look up. Didn't see the pillars connecting at all. So unless they connect specifically above the clouds, which it looks like is what they're going for. But I don't recall there being that many clouds, and surely it would block the sunlight, you know? This place shouldn't exist.
Bearer of the curse.
Yeah.
Long have I awaited one such as you. One who might shatter the shackles of fate.
Uh-huh.
One who can set me free.
Oh.
Bearer of the curse. It was my own manifestation that led you here.
Oh.
The ancient dragon has watched over the world for eons past. Take this.
Why, thank you.
Do not resist. The dragon welcomes you.
Okay, but what about his friends? Because his friends are basically going to do everything they can to not welcome me. And now that we've got this feather, we have no need for homeward bones ever again. Which is why I was so very willing to use them so frequently. Anyway. Now we're over here. And we get to cross this bridge to a bonfire. Hooray, bonfire. Let's go ahead and sit at it. We've got nothing to lose. And now we shall climb this ladder. So where does this take us? Ah yes, to a zip line. But do we want to use said zip line just yet? I do not know. So what happens if we go elsewhere? Where does that go? Okay, so we need a branch of yore to get into there. But if memory serves, there are very nice things over there. And what about if we climb down and then cross the other path? Not a bridge, apparently. Okay, this just leads us here. Which serves exactly zero purpose. And then we can walk on up to here. Okay. Ooh. Dark spirit. Inside, I'm guessing? Pointless ahead. Yeah, I do believe there's probably another way to get in there. Let's see whether or not we can find such a way. Because we've only got one branch. So, time to go ziplining. Now, we could drop to that if we timed it right, but I don't want to risk it right now. Probably should have gone back to Majula and spent some of these souls. But oh well. Wow, really? We can just go straight across already? I mean, I guess we can, but... Uh-oh. These guys up here, they, when they explode, they don't just hurt. They degrade your gear, which is not pleasant at all. So we can ride this zip line, not zips line. We can ride this zip line back. Or we can go this way. But that leads us to here. I don't know that we want to be here, but we'll be here. Why not? Oh, are you not going to wake up if I don't hit you? Well, I hope you don't mind if I just... Whoa! Okay, maybe they don't degrade our gear. Oh, no, they do. Does it just do a random thing? As long as things are just at risk and not broken, but it looks like some things are broken. So you know what? Let's just steal a few more things. Oh, hello. Accidentally broke a dragon egg, but they don't mind if you break only one. Dang it, stop breaking my stuff! Also, how have you not broken my weapon yet? Like, I'm not complaining, but... Seriously, this Drake is a heavy sleeper. Alright, let's go to the bonfire, then back to Majula to repair our everything. And then we'll come back. Though actually, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the branch, because that basically lets us access this entire place instead of just a very small bit of this place. And I like to fully explore places, getting all the loot that they contain. So, first order of business, Mr. Blacksmith. Stop giving us up for dead, seriously. How many times is that by now? At least it's cheap to repair this stuff. Yeah, the rings are a bit pricey.
I'll be around.
Alright. How much for a level right now? 27k. So, if we can get ourselves up a ways. Yeah. With this, we can get 2 levels.
Bearer until
So, once again, endurance and adaptability. All right. Back to the Eyrie we go. And because I rather like loot, we'll unfreeze this gentleman, thus granting ourselves access to the rest of this place. So now that we're in here, I believe there's a crystal lizard. Or at least soon. Somewhere. Glad I wasn't near him. So, the reason all these eggs are here is depending on how many eggs you break, something very nasty can happen later on. And also it makes the drakes stronger. There's the lizard. So, basically what you want to do is try and break as few eggs as you can. But the thing is, if you just rest at the bonfire, it resets all the eggs. Get up, get up, get up! You get out of here. There's more than just the one crystal lizard up here. There's like 3 of them. But some of them will be tough to spot before we kill this drake. And also, these jerks want to be jerks. There's another one coming from over there. Yes, I saw you from a distance when you had your low frame rate animations. Oh, there's a lizard. This one runs straight for the eggs, trying to get you to break them. Yeah, I won't break them. Doesn't look like there's anything under them. Though there might be. But there's certainly... Oh, I spy the other lizard. It's under that wing there. There it is. And now it's... Oh, and there's another one. Whoops. Did I hit the lizard? Don't think I did. Either way, we've got a drake to deal with now. Stomp. Thankfully, it's actually easier to deal with here than it was in its little boss arena, because it doesn't have a wall to cling to. So you hug its feet, and it can't really do much other than jump up and try and toast you. Or try and stomp you a little. There we go. No more drake. So we know we've got 2 more lizards to kill up here. So we'll definitely be sitting at the bonfire again. But before we do that, just gotta see what there is to get. What's here? What are you saying is here? Your message? Okay. So these eggs are not hiding anything anymore. Those eggs I don't think are hiding anything. But I'll go ahead and smash my way through them just to be sure. Sorry, baby dragons. Yep. So, one of these drops leads to an item. And it looks like it's this one, maybe. I don't know, that seems well lit, but is it from an item or just because the stone is bright? How about over here? Okay, that leads to crushing some eggs. We don't want that. So... I guess there's only 2 drops. I could have sworn there were 3. Well, let's go ahead and drop here. Hopefully get an item out of it. Nope, it's just an absurdly well-lit rock. Oh, maybe it's the next place where you can drop to an item. And actually, before we cross any bridges, rolling through these eggs gets you somewhere. Yeah. Pull back. But why? Uh-oh. You get out of here. I do not like your kind. Dark spirit ahead. Ah, so there is. Fencer Sharon. Let's give this a shot then. Alright, that's enough. Whoa. We are getting fenced. You've got poise, haven't you? That is a very whippy sword. There we go. I know that wasn't particularly masterful play, but I can't be arsed to play too well when I'm sick. Also, I'm not really that great at fighting human-type enemies anyway. Yes, equipment breakage is a thing to beware of. Especially when there's apparently 3 of these jerks. They've actually increased the numbers of these guys around here, which is bothersome. Let's get you out of here as well. Thankfully, you can actually hear them when they're in the area. So it looks like this actually just leads back to where we fought the one Drake. Yeah, because that goes in there and then comes out. Okay. I'm just going to cross this just to make absolutely sure. Okay, I am now absolutely sure. So basically, if you went this way first, those 3 splody guys would have rushed from in there to come break all of your gear once you got to this point here. Which would be annoying. I know I certainly wouldn't like it. Sounds like there's another one of those guys around here, though maybe he's up top. Probably is. You can tell when they're around by the rattle of their chains. Thankfully, they're fragile. So taking them out at a distance is not only possible, but a good idea. Our weapon's gonna be broken soon. We don't want that. Really wish this thing did have more durability than it does. But that's the balancing factor behind katanas. Take that away, they'd be too good. So let's just go ahead and use some repair powder, because I know we're basically going to need it in a short moment here. Because... oh, that one's sleeping too, eh? Despite my having broken like 5 eggs. Interesting. That's actually kind of kind, because I don't think I ever came across a sleeping Drake here in the original version. But of course, they had to make up for that kindness by littering the place with far more of these jerks. What's your deal? Okay, you're not nice. Dragon bones are always welcome. You still asleep? Good. Good, good. So, yet again, bunch of crystal lizards protected by a drake. So the question then is, which ones do we go after? The answer? Oh, as many as we can. Yeah, run. Whoops. I meant to jump. Again, I meant to jump. But these things happen when you do it wrong. Still, we've got more chances. Like that one. Or is that the drake? Or is that the drake? Oh, is that... No, that's the drake's leg. Though this lizard seems to want to be cut down. Wow. Good job, little lizard. You managed to, like, wedge yourself against that rock so that I couldn't hit you with the jump attack. Well, let's get rid of this drake. No sense letting it stay here. Stomp. Cut. Cut. 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 And one more cut without a stomp. Or, okay, I'll get stomped. I deserved it. Not gonna lie. Okay. Deserved that too. There we go. Yeah, as long as they don't take off and try and burn me. They are not a big deal at all. Anything hiding under these eggs? Looks like just a message probably saying monster. I will not try destroy. There doesn't seem to be any benefit to it. Oh, good job. So there's a couple paths here. This one takes us down there. Think carefully about what. I'm not jumping. Ooh, bug ahead? What flavor of bug? There's an item. And a jerk. So where does this lead, other than to you? I see it also leads to you. And then that brings us here. Okay, so there was another path. We did not have to destroy, or rather, we didn't have to use our branch. But that's fine. Because we would have had a bit of a tougher go of it. And there's probably more branches. So let's go over here. They say be wary of left for a reason, because that guy, who was kind enough to blow himself out before we were anywhere near. So if we drop down here, we should see, yes. And thus we get that stuff. And now let's get rid of this Drake, because again, there's no sense leaving it here. Oh, we got bit. That's not a stomp. I can deal with stomps. Stomps are easy. Nice try with that bite. Alright. So that's all the Drakes. Definitely worth doing. They drop good stuff. And thus we get over here. So, yeah. Not much else to do here other than go back for more crystal lizards. And then go across to the next bonfire. But we've killed far too many dragon eggs for me to be willing to cross to the next bonfire right now, so let's return to the last one. Because you see, if you've killed like more than one egg, a Drake will break that bridge as you're trying to cross it. Depending on how many you've broken, it changes how many... You know, I just realized this ladder, in the original version, you had to kick it down. At least I'm pretty sure you did. But the original version also didn't have the petrified guy, which is why they put it down from the start now. Alright. But yeah, if you've killed not too many eggs, then there's enough time to cross the bridge before the Drake breaks it. But if you've killed too many, it will break the bridge while you're still on it, no matter what. And you'll have a bad time. And I don't want to have that bad time. And thankfully, your egg broken count resets to 0 if you sit at the bonfire. Because all the eggs respawn. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Join us next time when we go on a crystal lizard hunt and then cross a bridge. See you then, friends.